I'm very curious. I'm sure you would have felt, I'm leaving, I'm walking out.
Oh, not just one time. Every year, now it has been 6 years. In 6 years, I have decided that at least 12 times. Every year, twice.
And what?
I always pack my bags. And then something happens. The first time I decided to pack my bag was 2019 when my kids were leaving. I said, no ways, I can't do this. And then my husband was like, no, now you have to do it when you have already gone into it. I was like, okay, now you have, when you did this and you have to finish it and you have to keep it intact and then you decide to come. Okay, fine. I completed 2019. Then again in 2020. Before COVID happened, I didn't know COVID was going. Nobody knew, right?
Nobody knew, yeah.
The first quarter of 2020, I decided, no, finish. I'm not. I'm packing my bag. I actually packed my bags. And I'm here deciding how I'll be telling my sisters and my mom. And then I already told my husband that, khalas, I'm coming. Like, okay. And I'm planning to tell them, and then COVID happens, and then flights are cancelled.
Oh my God. You have to be there.
Yes, flights are cancelled. And I'm like, oh, acha. Now, still, I have to stay there for 3 months before the flights get, open again.
Right.
So I said, okay, when I'm here for 3 months, I have to take this Karachi Darbar. I just can't sit at home and say that, nahi, main nahi kar sakti. I have to get up. I have to give food to the staff. I have to run the branches. And anyhow, whatever, I have to step again. I have to take courage. I was very well advised by my friends and all the people around me that, Fatima, ये सबसे बेस्ट रास्ता है निकलने का. निकल जा. सब भाग रहे, तू भी निकल जा. I said, नहीं यार, मैं नहीं भाग नहीं सकती हूँ.
Correct.
I just can't. That was very easy for me. But नहीं, मैं ऐसे नहीं कर सकती. I don't know. I had this feeling of that Karachi Darbar like being a mother, and the staff like the kids, like the children of the mother. And it was like, I felt. See, I'm getting goosebumps. I felt that, this is left like an orphan and I'm the one I have to take care. I have to take care. If I'm not, I don't know if I was overconfident on that or I was thinking a lot about myself. I don't know. But at that point of time, I didn't see anybody else other than me who will step in.
Right. How did you feel to keep up to your dad's name? I think, when it's a family business, especially that is something that is well renowned. How did you take that pressure of keeping up the dad's name?
It's too much. Yes, it was. Because mashallah, still people remembers him.
Yeah.
And a day doesn't go by when some or any person will come up to me and they will talk about my dad in good. And I feel that how lucky he is that, he is gone, but still he's alive within people. The work he had done for people around him in Pakistan, in India, in Bangladesh, which I don't know. I knew that he is doing many good things, but he will never tell us all. He will never specify us. But now when people come to me and a day doesn't pass by when one or the other single person somebody has to talk something good about my dad. And it gives such a feeling of proud. And to keep up with that name, I think it will take me more years to go by.
No, but
I'm trying my best. Yeah. With maintaining the taste and quality, probably, if you take it in a very, in this version. And then the dream of his wish was to build a dialysis hospital in Pakistan.
Okay.
So that in the whole lifetime of me and him, the daughter and the father, he never ever asked me anything. That I'm expecting this from you. or I want this from you. Never. He never even said that, I want A's from you, or I want you to be the topper in the class. Never. I used to go to school, average student. He doesn't even know what result I get, but he knows, okay, pass ho gayi, okay, finish. But the one thing before his death, the one thing he has ever asked me in this whole lifetime was that if I'm alive or not, you have to do the hospital. So that's a very, and I just, till now, I can't get that why did he asked me, not anyone else. Yeah, he did expected this from his son, but I don't see him, anywhere getting near to that. But that one conversation which we had in the ICU of Zulekha Hospital,
Right.
and he holding my hand and telling me that, whether I'm alive or not, I have given my words to these people. And if I am dead, you have to fulfill it. Okay? And I was like, Dad, you're a Superman. Okay, and you will come out of the ICU and you will build this. Okay, so you have to do it. But I had no idea that he will be going after 2 months. And that words of his still haunts me. And that those sentences of him still haunted, that time haunted me in Canada. I didn't remember anything about the Karachi Darbar, those properties, those money, those license, nothing. The only thing which came up to my mind after him passing away was he wanted that hospital to be done. And how should I be doing it? I don't have that much money. He did not left me, gave me that, ye pakdo and then mera hospital bana do. He didn't do that.
Right.
So, how am I supposed to do that?
I know.
So maybe that was one more reason for me to enter into Karachi Darbar. Very vague reason, but I mean, it's not a very small reason, but because the main reason was to first hold on to Karachi Darbar.
Karachi Darbar.
And then it was SIUT. It will be SIUT. Yeah. But then that was a small reason too.
Yeah.
Which is still there.
Right.
But then yes, COVID all happened, and then again I had to come back.
Yeah.
And mashallah, in COVID, I think till now of my journey of 6 years, that is the biggest achievement, which really it is. Because in those COVID days, many restaurants around us got closed. Many big names got closed. Ours was the one which was intact, and we managed to get one more branch in COVID.
Wow.
Yes.
Isn't that great?
It is. And yes, and it was really, public actually saw it, that, where all the restaurants are getting closed, Karachi Darbar has one more branch.
What did you do different?
I planned. I cut cost wherever I can, like rentals. There was the rents, what was going on when I came in Karachi Darbar. I got a big opportunity in COVID to make it down than the normal. Okay. So the rent came down.
Right.
Because in COVID, everybody cooperated.
Right.
I had to call each and every landlord of the 20 branches that time. And I managed to get it down in a huge good amounts, and then I cut cost on the purchase. Okay. And then I requested my staff to bear with the salaries for just 6 months, but I managed to give them back in 3 months. I told them that 6 months would be not possible, but in 3 months, when I saw that the business is coming up, in the 3rd month, I gave them the 70%.
Oh, wow.
And the 6th month, 100%.
Nice.
Yes. So these were the major, I believe, the plannings which I did. at that time, which really helped me to, control the expense and to control the extra whatever was going, and where I could just keep the little amount, whatever coming, and I hold on to it so that it kept running. So I kept it running. And then in the end, when 2020 December, the branch which I bought in Karachi Darbar was of my sister's. Because in COVID it was not running well. So it was again a family thing. So my mom, again, that was her request, that it should not be sold into the market. You are the eldest and you have to help your sister. And yes, to help her and to help with the name of Karachi Darbar, because my father made that. It was... I don't want to take the name anyway. So I got that into Karachi Darbar. So we had a 21 branch.
21 branch.
And we managed to open it on 1st January 2021.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Tell me, Fatima, how supportive were your sisters throughout this journey of revival of Karachi Darbar?
No, they are not. They are not.
Okay.
And I just wish if they were, we would have been... Till now, in 6 years, we would have been in places.
Many more places.
Many more places.
How cooperative were the staffs when you were making changes? Because, when it comes to the family legacy or a family business, especially run by one man, his vision, I think the biggest barrier would be getting, if you're making any changes, that level of cooperation to come back from the employees. How was that? Was it tough, or did you have to fight?
Okay. Of course it is tough, and it was tough. But I think COVID helped me.
Right.
COVID actually helped me.
COVID was a blessing.
It was a blessing. It was a blessing for me. Really, it was a blessing.
Yeah.
Why? Because I really, at that time, nobody had the mouth to open.
Right.
Because whatever was happening, it was happening in the whole world.
Okay.
So I was the one anchor for them to hold on.
Right.
And whatever I had to, they had no choice.
Right.
They had no choice.
Right.
They can't go back. Because COVID is happening in everywhere. And then when they have to stay back, they have to listen to me. So whatever I was telling at that time, and alhamdulillah, the decisions was done right and the results were seen. Right. So everybody cooperated.
How is Karachi Darbar different now from those days?
See, now again, we do have problems in the company, and the main issue which I see as being the managing director of the company from since 6 years now, getting those experience by falling and getting up and again falling and getting up by myself. Now is the point that I have, not now, since 2-3 years back, in 2022, I actually realized that Karachi Darbar had to be renovated. All of the branches of ours, many of the branches, because we have 21 branches. Out of 21, we had to renovate at least 10.
Oh,
10 branches had to be renovated.
That's a big decision.
Yes, and then I understood that we had to relocate, because when my father had those restaurants, it was all in old Dubai. Karachi Darbar and Dubai and myself grew up together. So I have seen Dubai growing and I've seen Karachi Darbar growing. And what now I understand is that we need to relocate. We need to go to people who don't know us, who have come from many different places of the world, Africa, Europe, Canada. People know us, those people know us who have been living here in Dubai from 40, 30, 50 years. When they go back to their home country or to new country, they remember Karachi Darbar.
Right.
But people who are new coming to to Dubai, they don't know about Karachi Darbar because we are not able to reach them, like in Marina, like in Jabal Ali, like in Barsha, like in Silicon Oasis, or probably Fujairah, Ras Al Khaimah. So we need to reach them. So I knew this, that in 2022, I already told my partners, that we need to relocate. We need to renovate, because people, when they look at Karachi Darbar, they want something new, right? Because after COVID, lots of competition happened in the market. I saw three businesses booming, like, coming up like mushrooms. One was restaurants, second was shisha cafe, third was spas. Everywhere you go, you find these three in every nook and corner of the areas. In one area, you are having 15 restaurants. And when my dad started, that time we had only 2-3 Pakistani restaurants. Karachi Darbar, Ravi restaurant, or maybe one more Delhi Darbar or Pak Darbar is very like just 10 years old, but 10-15 years old maybe. So when COVID happened, and then the UAE government relaxed many of the aspect of the businesses, there was mushrooms of restaurants coming up, and then I had to keep up with them.
Exactly, you have to do something different, right?
Who are already bringing big money from their countries, and who are investing in the business, and then they are making wow ambience and wow food, and we were lagging somewhere behind. And that I actually understood very soon after COVID. Because 2021 was very good for us. When we had a new branch, and COVID was slowly getting removed. But in 2022, the UAE government got many new rules for the new businesses. And I saw the first 6 months in 2022 that I am getting tough competition. Tough competition. Plus the rentals which were gone down during COVID, it increased.
Massively.
Yes. And then the food, the purchase from the suppliers, whether it is meat, rice, oil, everything got shoot up. Okay. And then I'm facing competition from the outside world. And then here my partners are not ready for my ideas. So those were the things, the factors which could not get me to the next level.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm still on that level, and still I'm trying to,
you're in the process of renovating the few branches. And,
I already did one Fahidi branch, which is in Meena Bazaar.
Okay.
And that's getting a very good response after the renovation.
Guys, we all have to check out the new branch in Fahidi Street.
Oh yes, you should. Because after that, I got to know that I have some skills of interior designing also, probably.
Do you step back and look at Karachi Darbar? Yes, this is what my dad wanted. Did you ever feel it in your... You see, you were actually going to go back before COVID in 3 months. And I guess somewhere down the line, you forgot about it. You're still here after 6 years. Now that, you have plans and you're executing it slowly one by one. And looking at the new branch, let's say that you've renovated it. Did you ever think, oh, yes, I did what my dad wanted? Okay. Or maybe you would have stepped back and thought, what would my dad think looking at all of this now?
At this moment, no, I have to do a lot, Lindsay. I'm still not very much, happy or satisfied that, oh yes, now my father would have been very happy, because the point where he reached, for me reaching to that point, it's not impossible. But yes, it is getting difficult for me due to various reasons which I told you. If I would have been the whole decision maker, yes, I would have done things differently.
Right.
But somewhere I am not. I'm bound that I can't take those things, those decisions on time when I need it. And when you have to put that hammer at that time, like how it was in 2022. If I could have done that in 2022 by relocating or by renovating, Things would have been very good. Things
Right.
would have been excellent for Karachi Darbar till now.
Yeah, okay. So tell me, Karachi Darbar, like we all know, it's a legacy.
Yeah.
It's a very old restaurant. Now, once you came, what is that one traditional thing that you still follow, and what is that one rule that you broke?
Nice.
Because it's difficult, you know. I mean, it started by your dad. He's a very old businessman,
Yes,
and
yes.
he has his values. He has his rules.
Yes.
Like, I have to do this means I have to do
Yes.
this. You have to follow this.
Yes. Yes.
So tell me something that you still follow that has been traditionally done by your dad.
The recipes.
Hi, I think that's the heart of it.
Yes, the recipes. I have not changed it. I have not changed it, and I will not change it because that taste which is there for our customers. Yes, I tried one or two items to make it little bit more better, because when I go into the restaurant market and then I feel, acha yaar, ye sweet, I can make this little bit better, because ours is falling somewhere here. So I tried to do it, but my customers don't like it. Yes, they don't want the better version.
I told you, Karachi Darbar is an emotion.
Yes, they don't want the better version. They want the same rasmalai. They don't want the royal rasmalai, which I want to give them. You know?
Right.
So I said, okay. I had one experience, so I stopped there, and I'm not changing any recipes. Whatever my dad has, our customers, they like it. I'm happy with it. So that is one thing which I will not change. I've learned my lesson. And which rule I broke? Which rule did I broke? I have to think on this. I know, a really nice question. I don't know. Maybe
I'm sure you cracked something different from what your dad used to do. Obviously, we all will have to evolve, right, with whatever is changing around the world right now.
Yeah, maybe you can say that I've got, being the student of computer science, maybe, somewhere my mind was stuck in IT. Oh, yes, I'll give you the answer. Now I got to know. I wanted to make it more systemized. See, when I came in Karachi Darbar and leaving my kids in Canada, I had one goal, one mission, that I have to go back to them as soon as possible.
Right.
Okay. And how will I do that? How? By managing Karachi Darbar in Dubai and going back to Canada, how will it be possible for me to, adjust with the two things? So the only thing came into my mind was the IT system, which was not there in Karachi Darbar. So I thought that once the company is systemized, like how much goat is purchased, what is made out of it, okay, how much is sold, and that all has to be in the system. And then even if I'm sitting in Canada, I know that these things are the expense and these are the profits. And then I don't need to be sitting there and managing.
Correct.
That was what, at that point, I thought, if I do this, if I made it as a pure system, then even if I am not there, anybody who knows the system can run this Karachi Darbar for ages.
Right.
And
I think that's brilliant.
Yes, because my idea or the concept which was always sticking in my mind was, how come Starbucks and McDonald's and KFCs, their owners are not sitting in the office every day? No, nobody has met them also. Like, I haven't seen them in person.
Right.
But yes, the Starbucks is running in the whole world. They've got like 1,000 outlets. And the latest example is Philly Cafe, mashallah. Rafe Philly is doing very well. I'm so proud of him and really happy that he's doing so well. So I'm sure he's not sitting in the office every day. So I wanted something like that in Karachi Darbar, to have a system so that anybody can manage Karachi Darbar, whether it is me or my sisters,
Right.
and or our future generation,
Right.
or maybe the public in future.
Yeah, that happens with, I think, generations from our dad. Like even my dad believes like you have to come to office at 8 and leave at 6. If you don't come to office at 8, that means you're not doing good. I think that's the one rule that I broke first. I'm like, Dad, I'm not going to come at 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
no matter what happens.
exactly. But for me, I had a reason that now every day I go to office. Every day I sit there for 8 hours.
I've heard you do the rounds
Yes, I
in
do.
all the 21 branches.
Yes.
How does it feel
Even on
like?
Eid days. Eid days, I have to go and meet all my staff. So I take like 5.
Oh.
5 fours are 20.
Yeah.
So, 4 days I complete my
Right.
all the 20 branches.
All the 20 branches.
Together with my head office and the main kitchen.
Do you have a holiday?
I take my holiday when the work is little bit calm down.
Is there a day like that?
Very rare. Very rare. But yes, when I need to, and yes, I have to sometimes.
Speaking of which, I'm very curious. How do you balance your work, personal, wife, mom, life?
See, first priority for me right now, staying in Dubai without my family, is work.
Right.
I'm here for work. So that is the priority. And even if I am relaxing at home and doing nothing, but if the work asks, I'll pick up myself, take the bag, and I'll drive and I'll go. So I'm always mentally prepared.
Right.
But yes, when I see that, okay, today I can relax it at home. So I'm fine. My thing is divided like, work, my gym, and my sleep at home. And my prayers, and that's it. That's my whole day. 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of work, 3 hours of gym, and the remaining goes with your personal prayers or
Right.
food and stuff like that.
Right.
So it's all.
How have you, as a woman, how have you changed in the last 6 years?
Oh my God, a lot. I was never ever this confident to talk to people,
Right.
especially to men.
Right.
I went to university, I went to school, but the way I was raised up, I had no confidence in talking to boys. I'll shiver. and talking to people who I don't know, and especially speaking like this in front of camera, or I've given many interviews, and when I still see those interviews later, and I'm like, is this really me talking so much?
Right.
So that confidence which I have gained, and to talk and to understand people, because when I was there in my shell at home, it was only my world. It was only me, my kids, my husband, and that home, and my father, mother, sisters, brother, and the kids around us. That's it. I didn't know, like, okay, उस female के साथ क्या problem है या उस आदमी के साथ क्या problem है. But now when I have my own staff with me, and then they come up and tell me about their problems, and then I see, oh, there is a different world outside my world too.
Right.
People have their issues, and it's not that easy. And Alhamdulillah, Allah has given me a better place, that I am here sitting, and He has given me this opportunity to solve their problems.
Right.
So I feel grateful.
Right.
I feel very grateful, which I never thought of myself that I can help. Yes, I used to help people around me, neighbors, and I'm a very good human and very good person. That that I know as a, but actually, people whom I don't know, And then they coming and telling me their problems and trusting on me.
Trusting.
And when you solve their problem and then the smile on their face, that is a big, I feel, the thing that's like, okay, yaar, अच्छा कर रही हूँ.
Yeah,
it's a good thing. अच्छा ही कर रही हूँ.
Yeah.
कुछ नहीं कर रही तो लोगों के problem solve हो रहा है, उनको खुशी मिल रही है.
Right.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah. Okay. What is that one advice that you want to give it to the next generation who are taking over the legacy, or you're taking over the family business? What do you want to tell them?
If ever the generation is going to take the legacy of our family, so I advise all the kids, all my nephews, niece, my sons, and you need to have unity and trust. If you want to work together and build this empire and take this legacy forward, you need to trust each other. You need to have unity between yourself. And first and foremost, you need to make each other's point to listen. Should have that patience,
Right.
that capability to understand, and to, like, being a very educated people, you need to listen, understand, and then solve.
Right.
Once you do the blame, once you start criticizing, once you think that the person in front of me knows nothing, okay, I am the one who knows everything, you can't get along.
I think that's a perception about women in leadership roles or as an entrepreneur.
Oh, yes.
How have you faced it? Or how have you tackled it?
I have faced severe kind of, the ones, what you told me now. I have my brother-in-laws, I have my brother, I have my husband, I have 4 sons, and especially my staff of men. You know, when they look at me, or probably when they think of me, of being coming into this business with 20 branches, and what she knows, how is she going to do it? So that's the first thing which comes in their mind. And I have been told this. I've been told this on my face. तुमसे नहीं होगा. Especially during COVID. They said, तुमसे नहीं होगा. Better that, you step out. And I said, I'll do this in 6 months. I'll do this. Just give me 6 months. A government is given chance for 5 years. I'm asking only 6 months. And I proved in that 6 months.
That takes a lot.
Of COVID, yes. And I don't, when I go through those memories, and I just can't believe myself that what was that gut feeling of mine that I made such a big statement that gave me 6 months.
I think the power of...
They gave me 6 months. Probably I had my, homework done, back of my mind, because I believed UAE, Dubai, as a country. I've seen this country, from my childhood.
Right.
It never ever came down. It always went in a progressive situation. Once when we faced, in 2008, there was recession.
Yeah.
2008, there was recession. Even after that recession, UAE got back. So UAE government and, the rulers of the UAE government are very powerful, and they are very, mashallah, very good people. They know how to, get their economy and the people stable. So I had very big faith in the UAE government and the rulers.
Right.
So I said, they will never let it go down. Yeah. It's only these 6 months, they are going to do something to revive back all the businesses.
Right.
For sure. And they did. They asked all the property owners to, get the rent down. not ask for the rent for some years, and the food cost was done. It also went down.
Right.
So and they gave us relief in labor rules and regulations, like, okay, you can send the laborers back. If there are fines, we will be waiving them off. There were many things during COVID which the UAE government helped the businesses to be there.
I think it was just a timely decision.
Yes, and I just thought of that.
Yes.
That this is not going to go for more than 6 months. That time I said, give me 6 months.
And you never look back.
No.
That's, I think it takes a lot of courage to fight a lot of negative voices, right?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Have you ever
Yes.
felt like crying in a room?
Oh, yes. I've done not room, but yes, while driving.
While driving, I think those are the moments, because you have to quickly finish crying and get out and start doing the next.
Exactly. So while
You have 5 minutes to cry, that's it.
while driving, I have done a lot, and yes, I've cried a lot. And the most the cry was only because when that negativity happens, and that too from your own people, from the people whom you feel that they are my pillars.
Exactly.
And when that comes from your people and on whom you are relying, that is very hurtful. You don't care about the world. You don't care about who this others are talking, because they don't know you. They don't know you, so you're not expecting anything good from them. So, but then people who know you from your childhood, that what is your character and what you are, and then at a time when they are not trusting on your capabilities, so that hurts.
That hurts. And I guess it's that point that we strive to grow, or
Yes,
probably
yes.
have some force.
Yes.
I'm going to show them.
Yes.
Let them talk whatever they want.
Yes. God
And I
has
guess you will
helped
find a way.
Yeah.
You'll
Yes.
find a way, no?
Yes. That happened to me. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that thing, when people are not supporting you, when they are criticizing you, when they are so negative about you, either you have two things to do. Either you just pack your bags, quit, which happened to me, but then God was the one to push me back.
Yeah.
And then I had no choice. Again and again, I had no choice. I'm like, nahi, ab kya karu main? Okay, again I have to.
Right.
And then whenever I stepped in, again, I came back. I came back with a good force, with good more plannings. That okay, now this step has gone. Okay, now again, some new things are coming up, new challenges are coming up. Okay, I have to do this way.
Right. When it comes to women coming in the front as a leader, there's a lot of forces to pull back, especially, I wouldn't say this country, especially from the countries that we belong to. What is a piece of advice that you want to give to those women who are very passionate, who are very ambitious, who's got a lot of drive to grow, and who has a lot of negative forces? What do you want to tell them from your experience?
You have to have lots of courage if you want to stay in this world with men, not just men, even females. I have not find very supportive females around me.
Right.
Yeah.
I know.
So I just don't say it's men, people. So you have to be very, very confident on yourself.
Right.
Believe in yourself and the one who is sitting up there.
Yeah.
He's the only one. For me, as for my experience, nobody is there. Nobody was there. It was only him who got me into this, who is helping me out of this, who is guiding me through all, and to whom every time I go and fall back, cry to, and then again he puts me back, and then again I get one award.
Do you wanna share a story that broke you and made you a stronger woman? I'm sure you have lots to share.
Oh yes.
But we all have that point that breaks us, like, into pieces.
Yeah.
But then we pick our pieces together.
Yes.
And we get up and we walk.
Yes. Yeah, it happened. And it was my personal issues, personal family issues, which really broke me. And that was the time when I actually changed. And again, I got back to my Allah. I asked him, I cried in front of him that why me? I didn't do anything wrong. And why did this have to happen to me? That time I never got the reply. But then when things happened, then I understood, Achha, okay.
Right.
Yeah. So yes, again he really,
There's a lot
again
of
got me
times.
back. Yes.
Yeah.
And then one sentence from my dad before me leaving to Canada, that work on yourself. Don't worry. He's there to take care. And that thing really, it helped me. So I think that was the time. That was the time when Karachi Darbar is there, when, it really turned me 180 degrees upside down, roller coaster ride.
Right.
But the beginning which happened was before Karachi Darbar.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Fatima, as we wrap up this amazing journey that you have shared with us, and about how Karachi Darbar is still a dream in all our eyes, and how it is still so functional, and you're opening more branches and you're renovating, and from zero to a full-fledged entrepreneur who's living her dreams, and who is living, or probably who is ensuring that the dad's baby is still growing and it's still thriving and it's still blooming. In one sentence, what is a life lesson that you want to share with the audience that's changed you, that would benefit us?
Get yourself financially independent. Never depend on anybody. Never. In this world, especially for females or anybody else, you should be financially independent. When you are financially independent, people know your worth. You know your worth. You know your worth, and you don't need to depend on anybody for anything. You can do what your heart says. But when you're dependent for anything on anybody, then you are, your slave to, you can't do what you want to do, what your heart says. So when you're not doing what your heart is saying, you're not living your life.
Right.
You're not happy.
Right.
You're just moving. You're just living. You're just passing your time. कि कब मौत आएगी और मैं कब मरूंगी. It's like, everyday mundane task you are doing.
Yeah.
Because you are so dependent on the other person for everything, whether it is to have fun or whether it is to have money. So be independent in every way you can. And the only dependency you have is by your God. So who will make you independent from all the others?
Just trust in him, right?
Yes.
Amazing. The day I heard your story, it's always there. You've inspired me.
Thank you.
And
thank you so much.
Thank you for coming and sharing this part of, the life, and being, voicing it and being very open about it. And I think that means a lot.
Thank you so much, Lindsay. Thank you. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to talk. And yes, whatever I have said to people, whoever listen to this podcast, I request them to have a big heart and a big brain before listening to the whole story.
Yeah, I think that matters.
Yes.
I know. Like you said, listen to others first before you try to jump into something.
And do not judge. Not judge.
Very difficult these days.
Yeah.
But yes, I guess leaders like you coming and voicing out things will definitely change something around.
Hopefully. Not if not for others, but at least for your own kids at least.
I know, yes.
Yeah.